What is in store for Harry and Meghan's new baby boy? Here to tell us, it's Britain's best-loved psychic, Sally Morgan. Hello. Oh, were you watching?
I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I think it's the first time I've ever looked at Meghan and thought how nervous she looked.
Yeah, we were saying that.
You know, she really... And I think also, obviously, emotional we are when we just had a baby.
What do you think the name is?
Well, I mean, I've got my own personal, but I mean, I'm not predicting the name. But I do like Xander Alexander.
Oh, OK.
I think that because you can get... That's quite a nice sort of...
It's a bit American.
Well, it's a little bit American, but I think that they, believe it or not, she's quite traditional, Meghan, and I think they've got a lot in common, Harry and her. And I think that he needs to maintain the tradition.
Sure.
Even though they've done things very differently so far.
But if it's Alexandra, it might not be Sandra, it might be Sandy.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if this child has gingery hair.
Alex. Sandy, yeah, but I think... No, no. Sandy, yes.
It's not very royal, Sandy.
I had a grandfather who was called Ginger, so, you know, I'm quite used to that.
And just to quantify, obviously, you said Sandy being with an S. Did you say Xander as
with
in... With a Z?
With a Z.
With a Z.
Or even with an X.
An X? Oh,
even
gosh.
With an X.
That would be modern.
Yeah.
Do you think this baby is going to riff... it's going to... What's the word?
No, it will not heal the rift.
Heal the rift,
No.
that's what I was going to say. You don't think it will?
No, I don't think the baby will heal the rift. I think that...
What rift? Hold on, where
with her dad, with her father.
You know, on Meghan's side.
Gotcha, sorry. I wish I could say I do
But do you
feel that.
think that her dad, how long will it be before he gets to see the baby? Because that must be something he's really hoping for.
I know, but you see, the father has her half-sister on his side, and I think that they've got great difficulties there. So
Hasn't the half-sister... Someone's already been shooting their mouth off today, haven't they?
I don't know. I've not heard that, so, you know, that's interesting. But I think that the whole world is going to wait a long time before, you know, his other grandfather...
Enough of that horrible stuff.
I know.
I love a good old baby.
We do love her, but I know, darling. And I know.
Godparent, Sally.
Oh, well, I think Emil Clooney's going to be one.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I just think that Emil is a humanitarian, both Harry and Meghan are humanitarians, and I think they've got a lot in common with their charity, but I also feel that the tennis player...
Which one?
Well, the one that was at the wedding, is it? I've always
Serena Williams, the world's most famous tennis player.
I think she could be a godmother.
Yes.
Because Meghan is very close to her.
Does that mean this
Free tennis lessons.
Free tennis lessons.
I mean, if you're looking at, you know...
And a free lawyer.
I know.
Well, that's the one I would want, most definitely, the free lawyer.
Amazing.
So I think that we're going to see photographs, full-face photographs of the baby, but I do think that baby... also, personality-wise, is going to be like his dad. When you look at Meghan, she so wants Diana to be part of everything because he talks about his mother continually.
Yeah.
I mean, she's part of their life. She's as if she's still here, which I think is wonderful.
Well, Diana obviously broke protocol in terms of how she decided to raise her children. They had as normal a childhood as any kind of royal and heir to the throne could have. Do you think that Harry and Meghan will take this one step further?
I think they will, but we all have to remember. I don't want to sound cynical here. You know, I'm not going to do a Janet, but I do think that at the end of the day, they are part of a system, and that's the monarchy, that's royalty. And as much as they will say to you, we want this baby to have a regular, normal existence, he's not going to. No. He's not.
As much.
But I think for us looking on, you know, it's going to be more normal than perhaps Charles and Anne. But I think that, you know, a lot of people forget that you never really are, you could say, friends with royalty. You know, that it's very much them and us.
Do you think this baby will have a royal title? Because that would be a break of tradition, and Princess Anne did not want her children to have titles, so do you think this child will have a title?
I think this child will have a title because I think Meghan wants her child to have a title.
Oh, really?
She's very different to the Princess Royal. Very, very different.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's Sally Morgan.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you.